I told you, Bill Gates. This is the best job has a rocket. No! It's up there! It's Collective Live! Give me that, Coach.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for Collective Live. We're glad you're here with us. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. Even though we're practicing social distancing, it doesn't mean that we have to be in complete isolation because our community still exists. Stay tuned for this week's challenge and let us know in the chat which leader you're rooting for in our Leader versus Leader Challenge.
Hey everyone, every week we're going to have a segment of Collective Live called the Weekly Challenge. This is where we challenge you to go out and film something throughout the week and send it in to us for a chance to be on the show. This past week's challenge was the Wake Up Challenge. We challenge you guys to go and wake people up, and here were some of our favorites.
Connor, you have school today, oh my gosh!
Stop, Brooke. I'm trying to sleep.
You sure? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay. Bye.
Congratulations to Connor and the Quinn family for being this week's winner. Next week's challenge is going to be the hand washing challenge. And so we want you guys to send us the most creative way that you can show us how of washing your hands. And you can send that to any one of our Instagram handles at Collective Youth or at any one of our individual campus ones. Guys, we look forward to seeing all the videos. Thank you for sending in your videos this week.
All right, Collective Youth, we have something awesome planned for you guys. Every single week, we're going to pin our leaders in head-to-head battles doing different things. Today, we have an awesome challenge competing Brandon, Chris, and Matthias against each other. Go ahead, in that chat box, type out who you're rooting for and who you want to win. All right? Here we go. All right, we are here. We're ready to play this game. We have our contestants. Here's what's going to happen.
Good luck, boys. Corona.
We have 3 lives, and we're at
Jeez.
300%
Totally would.
damage.
I ain't even doing that.
Death is imminent. It's going to happen, and we're diving in, boys.
Let's go. Let's go.
We got Pokemon trainer.
The hardest
girl,
part is
Samus,
figuring
girl,
out where you're
Infant,
at on
girl.
the map.
We got a girl.
Oh gosh, I'm in the middle.
Yes, let's go.
Giant red lizard is. Oh my goodness!
Yeah!
Oh, no.
Get out of here.
This is not going to
Dang
be
it.
very long. And
Whammy!
Jeez, dude, I lost it. I don't even know which way I'm looking right now.
Little cartoon girl is
No!
taking over.
No! Oh, Chris, you...
The lizard has 1 life left,
Woo!
and he's turned into a smaller, bluer lizard.
I don't even know how to move right now. Oh,
All
my.
right, Chris, you are gone.
All right. No! Yes! Let's go! Come on!
Ooh, I want a rematch.
No, we're done. We're done. I retired. We're out. We out.
That was
Congratulations to
That
Matthias.
was good. That was good.
What a
Good
win.
job. Good job.
Dang it. Can't believe it.
Why does
I
it
am
look like
shocked.
little girl has a mustache and beard.
Because she does.
All right, here's what happened.
Inkling.
A couple things went wrong for me. One, I got a phone call in the middle of that battle.
Oh, wow. Here
no,
we go.
you didn't. Where?
Here
Prove
we
it.
go.
It's probably my mother.
That's
I will guarantee you it's my mom.
All right, we will see you next week
Mom!
for another
he
leader
did, he did,
challenge.
he did.
Hopefully Chris's mom won't call so
Come
that
on,
he doesn't
Mom.
have an excuse. See you next time.
What does it feel like to start a new school year? For me, I remember thinking that this year will be different. I'll get all my homework done early. I'm not going to put anything off to the last minute. We start to get new things to help us stay organized. You might get new books, new pens, note cards. You definitely get some new clothes, a new backpack, maybe some shoes. Everything we do is new and it feels fresh, clean, and the year is filled with potential. And in that moment, we have so much ambition for the year, and the situation is ripe with potential to form that year into whatever you want to make of it. But in a time like this, when we were asked to socially distance ourselves from others, sickness is taking over, the economy is taking a negative turn, and people aren't able to work, it seems like in this moment, I begin to wonder, how did we get here? We've all probably heard the creation story before, and after each thing God created, he said, and it was good. The world was new and teeming with that same potential, and in the way that God designed it, in that plan that he had for his people and relationships was good. But unfortunately, things didn't go this way for long. God said that everything here is good for you except one tree, and that's where things got messy. In Genesis 3:1, it introduced the serpent, and he says to the woman, "Did God really say that you must not eat from any of the trees in the garden?" And if we look through the story, that's not what God said at all. God said that they could eat from every tree except one. The first thing that the serpent does is make Eve question God's goodness. Is God going to provide for me? Does God have my best interest in mind? And in today's situation, we actually see these same questions playing out in our lives. If you go to the store, you'll see that almost everything has been snatched up. We are a greedy people. We want to hoard things when we don't think that there will be enough for everyone. We question God's goodness when we question his ability to provide for us. This is our human nature to question God's goodness. But when we read the narrative of the Bible, we realize that you cannot separate what is good from what is God. Let's move to the next book of the Bible, Exodus. God has just led his chosen people out of oppression and slavery from Egypt. God heard their cries and is leading them to a land that he had promised them previously. Along the way, they are constantly questioning his goodness and his ability to provide for them. God meets Moses, the leader of the Israelites, and Moses, in an act of boldness, says to God, "You have been telling me, take these people to the promised land, but you have not told me whom you will send with me." God goes on to say, "I will be going with you." In another act of boldness, Moses speaks up and says, "Show me who you are." In that phrase, "show me who you are," Moses is saying, I just need to know. He's not just saying, "I just want to know what you look like." He's also not saying, "Just tell me your name or what you like to do on the weekends." He is saying, if you are going to lead us, I need to know who you are. Tell me about your character. I need to know that you are for me and on my side. And to that, God replies, "I will make all my goodness pass before you." And when he does, he says his name, Yahweh the Lord, the God of compassion and mercy. I am slow to anger and filled with unfailing love and faithfulness. That is who God is. Not when he wants to be, but all of the time. You cannot separate God from his goodness. God is always compassionate. He's always filled with mercy. He's always slow to anger, and his love is always unfailing, and he is always faithful. And as the story goes on, the Israelites doubt this all of the time. They turn to different gods or try to take things into their own hands when they don't think that God is good. However, every time, God shows that he is good and continues to lead those people. Regardless of the situations we find ourselves in during this time, we can rest assured that God is good through it all. People have always been questioning the goodness of God, but that is the only thing that has ever been consistent.
People come together, strangers, neighbors, our blood is one. Children, generations of every nation, of kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up high, don't fear no evil. Fix Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. So take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Oh, 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 in his blood. Jesus, light of heaven, friend forever, his kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up high, don't fear no evil. Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. So take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Oh, 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 oh.
Let's sing this out together. Call down God's creation. Swing wide.
Swing wide on the heavens, let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Swing wide, all you heavens, let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Swing wide, all you heavens, let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Oh, 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 swing wide, all you heavens, let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Jesus, our redemption, our salvation is in his blood. Jesus, light of heaven, friend forever, His kingdom come.
What did you take away from this week's lesson? James did a great job sharing with us today, and I hope you remember this week that you can't separate goodness from God. Thanks for joining us this week for Collective Live, and let us know what you'd like to see in future episodes. But before you go, don't forget that this week's challenge is Hand Washing 101. Share with us your best video of how you're washing your hands this week. See you next week.